Welcome back to the ABC of EDC with me, Rick Flat, your host through everything, everyday carry. Another day, another unboxing. We got a little package come through the post here, and this time it's not a watch. We've had a lot of watches lately, and I love watches, don't get me wrong, but here we've got some proper, more traditional, what people might say your EDC, a nice little folding knife from Gerber. Great company. We'll get into that in a moment. Would you do me a solid? Many of you that are watching this, and I'm grateful that you're watching it, but many of you are not subscribed, about 90%. But that 10% of you are subscribed. I've got a little bit extra love for you, and I love the fact you're kind of already involved. But the rest of you, come in, take your shoes off, relax, put your feet up, smoke a pipe, do whatever you got to do. And you can do that by clicking the little bell icon, the liking, subscribing thing, and select all. I just, you know what to do on YouTube, man. Come on, you're grown-ups. You can do this thing. Anyway, that being said, let's get into this. Gerber is a great company. I got a few products from Gerber, which I'll go through in a moment. And but I first came across Gerber when I saw an advert they made, which is the single manliest advert I've ever seen, called Hello Trouble. And I'll either play it here or put a link to it. If there's a link to it, no, I kind of got a content hit and I couldn't include it. But if I do include it, here it is. Anyway, let's not take any more time giving it any blarney. Let's turn around and have a look at this little knife and talk a little bit about the kind of bracket this thing is in. Let's go. Okay, so here we have it. This is the Gerber unisex Zilch folding knife, according to Amazon, which is after saying that Gerber made one of the manliest kind of adverts ever called Hello Trouble. To call this the unisex Zilch folding knife, it's a little bit of a disappointment. Anyway, before we open this, let me tell you my history with Gerber, or rather my product history with Gerber. First Gerber product I ever got was this knife. Now, I'm going to actually do a little video on this because it's the strangest little knife. I don't know what this is called. I can't even really remember where I got it from, but I have it. It's one of those things I just have. It's a bit of a weird monster knife. I don't know exactly what Gerber was thinking. This is generally, you see, it's all beaten to hell. It's covered in all sorts of the blood of my enemies and tar and mud and all sorts of wood and things. And it's the strangest knife. You kind of, I guess it's got like a finger hole here. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with it, but this is a knife I got from Gerber. And this is actually, when I was getting into collecting knives, this was actually the first knife that I bought. And I think it's just called the Gerber Tactical, actually. Anyway, that's Gerber product number one. Another Gerber product I bought just recently was a little keyring on my everyday set of keys. I'm a minimalist kind of guy. I don't have a big bunch of keys, just like I don't have a big fat wallet. And this little thing here, I think it's called the Gerber Mullet. Great little keyring, just fits on your belt there. You've got a Phillips screwdriver, you've got a couple of flatheads. The thing's also a pry tool with this curve and bottle opener, and I don't know. It's just a great handy little keyring, So that's my kind of other Gerber purchase. But then I've also got this thing, and I can't even remember what this thing's called, but this was in the Christmas video. I bought this, and it's just a crazy, again, just sort of over-engineered. I don't know what it is. It's just basically a pry bar tool, and I guess screwdrivers and a bottle opener. And but it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. But I bought it and I liked it, so I kept it. So this is my history of Gerber. And then what made me buy this knife? I'll tell you what, I saw my friend of mine who after Christmas had been bought this knife, and he sort of showed it online, online. He just WhatsApped me, hey, check out to a bunch of us, check out this new knife I got. And we were like, oh mate, that's nice. And I was kind of like, yeah, it's quite nice. It looks all right. But it's when I had it in my hand, I was like, oh, this is really nice. So let's open it up and see. You got a box, then you got another box inside, little Gerber situation here, nice and black. Now, and then in here is where you're going to find some paperwork and the watch. So I have already opened it, all tricks and magic and Hollywood out here, so I'm pretending I'm opening it, but really I've already opened it. Shock, horror, scandal. Here's the knife. Just a really classy little number. So what was it that made me go from seeing this on my friend's WhatsApp to actually wanting to buy one myself? couple of things really. Firstly, I saw my friend a couple of days later, and straight away, knowing my interest in this knife, he put it straight in my hand, and I just gave it a little flick out. I just kind of like, oh, I like that. Now, this action on this one's a bit stiff. It's still in that kind of just out the box situation where, you see, sometimes it flicks really well and other times it doesn't. But my friend spent all day, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, just opening and shutting this. So his was just buttery smooth. And I was shocked buttery smooth, right? How good the action was. And it made me want to get this knife. And the second point is kind of linked to that. Great action, a great looking knife. And this thing is £25, people. £25. Now, I don't know what the blade steel is here. I've no idea. Okay, I've not really got any idea what the handle material is. It's terrible, isn't it? But with Gerber, they do a great guarantee. In America, they do a lifetime guarantee on all their products. Outside of America, they do a 25-year guarantee on their products. So 25 quid and 25 years of basically, if it goes wrong, we'll sort it out. And I kind of like that, man. That's a good situation to be in. This has got a 3-inch blade. It's got a lovely big fat lanyard hole. You can put any kind of lanyard, any attachment you want on there, or you can attach this through a key ring, you know, some sort of loop or something to anything you want, a bit of paracord, whatever you've got to do. It's got a great pocket clip there, just really stealthy and dark, just with Gerber written on it. Like I say, that lovely brown handle, that black blade with the silver edge, silver thumb stud, little serial number on the back there, and then the little Gerber insignia there, right near the thumb stud. It seems to just be a classy little knife. I love the shape of the blade. I don't have a blade this shape, so it kind of appealed to me. And I just like the look of it. Now, it should be said, this is a locking knife. You see that locking mechanism in there. So this is not a knife that is illegal to carry. Repeat, this is not legal to carry in the UK, but it's legal to own. If you're using, you've got a job where you use a knife, you're on private property, private land, whatever you've got to do, you can carry this as much as you want, okay? But obviously publicly leave this one at home. Great little knife. It's obvious they've cut a few corners. Normally with these, with lockable knives, you either have a frame lock, the lock is part of the actual handle, or you have a liner lock. This is a liner lock, you can see it in there. But most liner locks go a bit further. This line lock is very small, very diddly, and looks a little bit, I don't know, looks a bit like it might not last all that long. There's a strange kind of design on the back. This kind of, let me just close it up. These kind of teeth here. And at first I thought, oh, that's just a cheap construction. Why don't they have some little just spacers in there? But they've actually got one little spacer there, and there's another little spacer there. So it's not like it's just the plastic teeth holding it together. The thing's pretty well made for what it is. And again, this thing is £25, people. £25. I don't think you can argue or demand much more than a great looking, great feeling, aesthetically pleasing, and when it's worn in, just a really satisfying knife to open and shut. So there you go. The Gerber Zilch unisex, the great knife with the worst name with the best price. And I hope I mentioned this. I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. But Gerber, in America at least, they give a lifetime guarantee, warranty on their products. And outside of the US, it's just 25 years. So you've got, I'll say just 25 years. So you've got a 25-year guarantee for 25 quid, man. I don't think you can say much better than that. So there you have it. Gerber, well worth checking them out as a company. I think they do some great little stuff. Knives, multi-tools, I don't know, axes, all sorts of EDC equipment. Check them out whenever you want, from wherever you can. This is me. This has been the ABC of EDC. This has been a little knife review. Have a great week. See you later.